All right, the Oscars are this weekend, and it is going to be one of the most unpredictable years in history. There's no clear favorite for Best Picture. Conclave is gaining momentum after winning at the SAG Awards and the BAFTAs. Other people believe in Anora, and some are holding out hope for movies like Dune Part 2. Ooh, and The Substance, that one was crazy.
In some ways, these nominees are already winners, though. All of them are taking home that legendary Oscar swag bag that has like the best stuff possible in the planet in it. This year, that bag includes multiple international vacations, a voucher for liposuction.
Oh my gosh.
This is for real, by the way, and over $1 million in disaster recovery services for people affected by the LA wildfires. The actors can use those services or they can give them to somebody in need.
That is so cool. LA Strong will be a major theme at this year's Oscars. One Denver-based company printed LA Strong t-shirts that are a part of this year's swag bags. This is so cool. We have them all right here.
Joining us now to talk about her company, Board Rebel, is founder Stacey Flax, along with Britton Elizabeth. Thank you so much for being here. You're the artist who helped create some of the graphics on the tee, and we'll get to it in just a second. But Stacey, tell us a little bit about Board Rebel. How did this come to be?
Oh, I am a big fan of cold emails.
Smart, bold, hustler.
Well, you got to put yourself out there. They can just say no. So it's not hard to find out who's in charge of the Oscar swag bags. And I sent an email, and they replied with an application. I filled it out, and you know, they're very careful. They want you to send a sample, and after some time, they came back and they said yes.
That is so cool.
That is beyond cool. And I'm looking at like Ariana Grande. Look at this. Zoe Saldana.
Are these the real bags that you're going to give them?
So the real ones have been sent to LA. They're very strict, but I wanted to do some extras just in case we messed up.
I love
so
this.
I kept
So
these.
cool.
Bag. Okay, so we have to talk about the artist over here. So Britton, tell us about this really cool Phoenix design that you came up with, and what does it represent?
Well, you know, the mythical bird, the phoenix, represents rebirth from the ashes.
Right.
So it grows from its own ashes. And also in this design is the California poppy, which actually regenerates every year from its own seeds. And the idea is that LA can do the same.
Yeah, new beginnings. That's beautiful, and lots of strength involved there. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, well, and Stacey, tell us a little bit about, because this wasn't what you've done your entire life. You were in the corporate world and then kind of transitioned into some artistry.
I did nothing like this in my first career. I think a lot of people can relate. I was in the corporate world for over 20 years, and I got really burned out. And from the burnout, I started exploring creative things that I had never really given myself time for. And I learned graphic design.
Awesome.
And one day I walked into our master bathroom and I saw my husband's underwear and undershirt lying on the bathroom floor. He leaves them there every day.
I can relate.
I can relate as
He
well.
still does. And I'm looking at his underwear and it has fun designs on it. I'm gonna be in trouble later. But it's small skull and crossbones, and I'm looking at his undershirt and it just really bothered me. It was COVID and I thought it was so boring and a little ratty, and I got curious. And it turns out that men can't wear graphic tees under a dress shirt because the print would show through.
Oh.
So I ended up solving this problem by putting the print under the thick part of the fabric by the buttons on a dress shirt.
Oh, smart.
That is
And
so
it can stay
smart.
hidden.
That makes sense. Look at that photo right there. That is brilliant.
Oh, I see.
That is so smart. And as somebody that now gets to be creative, right? When
It's
you're in the corporate
so
world and now
fun.
you get to be creative, for me, it helps with anxiety. It helps with me being more productive.
Yeah.
So I think that is wonderful. Do you feel all that as well?
Oh, it's you know, one of the first ones I thought of is, and it might be here, oh, it's down there, My Boss Sucks.
Oh, gosh. Hidden under the button.
But could you imagine having to go into a performance review and you don't want to go? And sometimes I see that being purchased and sent as a gift. It's very funny.
Yep.
I got to pick shirts for each nominee that got one of the bag. And so everybody got an LA Strong this year, and we're really proud to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But then I got to pick based on their personality. And so we have such a big collection. Ed Norton got, I know, right? I hear you, I'm just ignoring you.
Oh yeah, that's very Ed Norton.
Is it right?
Like it's on
Isn't
brand.
that
What about
perfect?
Ariana Grande?
Yes.
Ariana Grande. Okay, so I can't believe I got to send her this. I got to write a personal note. So that box there is exactly what Ariana Grande got.
Oh, she's gonna love that.
Her dog. My
Isn't
dog
it
thinks
so
I'm awesome.
cute?
Yes.
Yeah,
And the
she's-
dog's on the set with her the entire time during Wicked. She will be
Right?
wearing that shirt. Yeah.
Right?
You did a good job there.
And down the middle, that is so creative. And again, the packaging is really cool. So Britton, Elizabeth, and Stacey Flax, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you guys. Congratulations. We'll be right back.